2, 3, 4.
Now you listen to me, my girl.
Are you listening?
Okay, so tell me.
I want magic. Real magic.
Hi, I'm Alice Pember and I'm the curator of Trailblazers, a new season of films at the Garden Cinema celebrating the work of female directors in America in the 1970s and 80s.
Got you in a close-up, Professor.
When you think of New Hollywood, you often think of this kind of brat pack of male directors, your Scorseses, your Francis Ford Coppolas, filmmakers that were reacting against the repressive regime of the Hollywood studio system. What this season will showcase is the exciting work of female directors whose innovations have often been forgotten because of this defining cultural legacy of New Hollywood. These female filmmakers were forging a new cinematic language with which they could communicate their own lived experiences. Barbara Loden's Wanda is inspired by the kind of story that wasn't being told within classical Hollywood films or the new Hollywood films that came afterwards.
Listen, Judge, if he wants a divorce, just give it to him.
Loden called her film the anti-Bonnie and Clyde, and her centering of a working class woman who is led to a life of crime out of grim necessity works as a reaction against the glamorization of sex, violence and a life on the road that were being championed in new Hollywood genres like the road movie and the heist film, films like Bonnie and Clyde. This is a film that's made at the very beginning of this period that we call New Hollywood, but which is already showcasing the kind of resistant, radical, subversive energy that women's filmmaking channels in this period.
You don't have anything, you're nothing. You may as well be dead. You're not even a citizen of the United States.
I guess I'm dead then.
Our headliner film, Girlfriends, is a lighter, funnier film than Wanda, but no less powerful in the way that it brings to the centre of the frame the sort of woman that would have been cast as a sidekick in other Hollywood films. Susan is a budding photographer, working bar mitzvahs and weddings as she waits for her big artistic break.
Okay, great.
And the film starts when her best friend Anne tells her that she's going to get married. For Susan, this feels like a sort of betrayal of the friendship, but also of their pursuit of artistic freedom.
How can you love someone that doesn't even know you?
Crossing Delancey takes place in the same bohemian Jewish New York milieu as Girlfriends, but unlike Girlfriends, which has been somewhat reclaimed, at least within the feminist film studies community, Crossing Delancey is still relatively obscure, so I'm very pleased to be able to bring it to the big screen at the Garden Cinema and give it the showing that it deserves. It really is a stone-cold rom-com classic and should be held up with the best of the genre. It's got the now essential rom-com ingredients: a busy working woman, a love triangle, a meddling family.
What are you waiting for? Sit down, sit down.
With, for my money, one of the most surprisingly alluring romantic leads of the 1980s. It's a film that's so rich in lived-in detail, which I think emerges from the constraints that Micklin Silver was working with in terms of budget. And it's some of these moments that feel so authentic.
Look, I am.
Our final film in this season is Losing Ground, which is still an all too rare depiction of a black upper middle class. The film feels incredibly groundbreaking in its depiction of a black woman's pursuit of intellectual and erotic freedom.
All that private ecstasy.
You envy that. Why can't I just go? Lose control.
The film collapses some of the binaries and dichotomies that still determine black women's depictions on screen, showing Sarah as in equal parts sensual and strong, intellectual and erotic. It also, I think, offers us one of the most powerful on-screen depictions of black female resistance, with Sarah's incredible takedown of her philandering artist husband and the masculine art scene that he represents. I hope you'll join me at the Garden Cinema for this season, celebrating these great trailblazers of the American cinema.
Okay, that's enough.